Crim here with another episode of Baldur's Gates. Last time we did most of Hausen's quest here, the amount that we could do. And now we're going to try and clear out this entire area here. So it's going to be probably on the longer side. But there's no guarantee that it will actually get done in one episode anyway, because there are some enemies that I'm thinking about skipping over anyway. Like if we come over here, where is he? There he is. So this character right here, you can actually use Control Undead on, and he'll become a temporary ally for pretty much the entire map, where you can basically control him to do whatever. Now, I think you have to be a level 12 paladin for that, and one, I don't have any paladins, and two, we are not even close to level 12, so I don't really think that that's going to happen. It's just an option for people that do somehow manage to do that. But first we're going to work our way into the graveyard and see if there's anything in here to take care of. Tombstones everywhere. There should be some enemies that swoop down at some point. The enemies here are not going to be the most difficult thing. However, they can still get a surprise on you if you're not careful. House of Healing. Okay. We're going to loot all this stuff before we leave at some point. But it's not that important right now. Practice sword, balls. Get to Baldur's Gate. Let's read what that is. Just look at it. Okay, so nothing there. Healer's Ledger.
See.
Okay, I was kind of hoping that there'd be some like little Easter eggs or something in that. But to no avail. There is a merchant out here, I believe. Or, no, she was a merchant. I think this person is just someone that we can talk to find out a little bit more info. There is stuff up top that we can get, like extra loot.
The doctor's absent.
Yeah, so nothing. So we're going to quickly do that. Go upstairs and bring down the elevator. A lot of loot in this place to get. A lot of loot and a lot of unique weapons that you can only find here. Mostly the surgeon stuff. And the surgeon stuff, while it's not that useful, it does all, like, do special effects. So, go ahead and hit the button again. Hit the button again. Sorry, you gotta stay down there because your AI is just too bad and has no idea how to climb stuff. Come in here.
Blade at the ready.
Alright, Will. You know what to do. There we go.
Attention.
Easy as.
Saddle up.
No need to waste lockpicks on that stuff, especially since I only have like one lockpick left. I don't think there's much up here, but I feel like there was like one thing that was actually valuable here. Okay, that's the loot down below. Like, I feel like there was a book or something in here that actually told me how to... Uh-huh. Sorry, what? Shared stash? Oh, okay. So we had a key or something. That was a little confusing. It should be up here anyway. There should be a book that tells me about, what's his name, the main enemy or whatever here. How he has some, like, connections to these guys. But I might be mistaken and I might be thinking of someone else entirely. Or, I've already done that. Actually, I think it was the book downstairs and this is just free loot. Yeah, this is just free loot. Another wyvern toxin. That's nice. Yeah, nothing of value, unfortunately. But we can leave out of the roof and get the drop on any enemies that happen to be lurking around. Oh, pig's head. That's nice. Feel like there are some enemies. They're over here. And there's a Get Yankee ambush that's over there. So let's get on that side. Don't see anything else over this way. If we go too far up, Raphael's going to talk to us, and we don't want that either. At least not until we have access to... Okay. Are you going to load? At least not until we have access to Astarion's quest. Because Raphael is kind of important for Astarion's quest. Let's see. No, wait, there we are. There we are. We can get the drop on you, I think, if we're lucky. Just get a sneak attack off. Or rather, just an attack.
Boom.
Force you guys to come to us. Or just keep on taking shots at you. Yeah, that totally should have been a sneak attack situation. I mean, with how many times I shot him, you know? Critical miss, fantastic. Swap to your weapon. And spread out a little bit. You don't need to all be in one cluster. I don't think these guys can teleport. Like the lower guys. These guys obviously can. We've seen them do it before. I don't know if they have any ranged weapons either, so they might just be SOL until they can get up here with us. So anyway, start slamming this thing. Really easy fight considering, you know, having access to Lathander. Oh, thank goodness that thing went away so I could move forward a little bit. And we could do a patient defense if we want, but it's not going to matter. Just end turn. I guess we could have readied in action. So yeah, there's that. End turn. You got your lightning charges. So yeah, you're going to have to come in the long way, which I don't think you even can. Pretty sure the, unless you figure out how to use an elevator, you guys are pretty much stuck there. And I know this probably seems really cheesy, but I don't really care about that. These guys are really annoying if you don't take care of them. Let's see, choose targets. How about we save that, and instead we use a fire sphere right here to light them up. Oh, is it your turn? I didn't think you had a turn, but okay. This will at least keep them down there.
I am death.
And you just go ahead and end turn. We'll have you jump down eventually. But yeah, what usually happens is I'll like fight these guys and then these guys somehow wander in if I'm not careful enough. So then I have to fight both because for some reason, for some really stupid reason, the Githyanki do not view the shadows as enemies. And they don't see the Githyanki as enemies. So they help each other, which makes no sense considering the lore. But whatever. I'm not going to question it too much. Oh, you don't know what to do, huh? Oh, that's weird. You should be able to teleport too. Let's do an ice attack. It won't work on... Actually, I don't think it will work on any of you, come to think of it. We'll just go ahead and keep on peppering you. Oh, and wow, you're frightened. That's kind of funny. We somehow frightened an undead. I don't think that's possible, but okay.
Favors the fearless.
Like if I was playing Pathfinder, I'd have to like take special perks in order to do that. So yeah, I think I touched on it a little bit, but yeah, I was trying to record Genshin Impact and I was trying to record Enshrouded. That's one reason why it's been a while since I've done anything, and those two games just didn't work out alright. So Genshin, I was thinking about doing it because Genshin's actually like one of my most popular subjects on my channel because of my Dragon Spine Spear guide that I made a while back. I was the, as far as I know, the first person online to actually find out how to use the Dragon Spine Spear's like refinement process, because it seemed like we only got one of those, and I figured out how to get more of those so that we can like level it up, and that kind of blew up really fast. And another video was something about feeding foxes. It gave you like a special item in there in order to complete map completion or whatever, and it was tied to real life things, like you had to feed the foxes like every day for like 7 days or whatever to get that. And I guess the data miners didn't understand how to do that, or they didn't figure it out, and I just stumbled across it, made a video about it, and it turned out to be a really popular video because so many people online were like trying to figure out how to get the last fragment for Dragon Spine's like map completion. It was like, oh, here's a random guide that shows how to do it. And I kind of feel bad about not making any more Genshin Impact videos after making that, because so many people that like come to my channel, they actually come because of those guides, and then they get into my channel and they find, oh wait, you don't have any more Genshin Impact guides? So it's like, yeah, sorry about that. There's too many people in the community that do that, and I don't want to steal content. That's kind of my thing. I don't really like the idea of stealing other people's content, which is what I'm going to touch about on why I was going to record Genshin and then I stopped. So I was going to do a 100-day challenge with Genshin. I figured, you know what, I'll do a free-to-play exclusive 100-day challenge with Genshin Impact. And then I found out shortly afterwards that someone else had actually done that already. Someone that has a much, much, much larger channel and it would have just been outright stealing their thing. Even though I thought about it without even knowing who they were, I happened to think afterwards, look it up, and be like, oh yeah, someone else did this. So I killed that challenge, like, in day 3 of recording. So that's a little annoying. And as for Enshrouded, well, the game just doesn't record very well as far as I can tell, at least not with OBS. It was, like, super stuttery, and I didn't want to release something that was super stuttery, so I just deleted that. So that's, like, sort of, what, 2 weeks worth of work or whatever, just down the drain, which is fine, I guess. It's not that big of a deal. It's still something, I guess. So yeah, that's touching on where I've been for a little while. Pretty much just wasting time. I've also been working on a little bit of a VTuber model for a friend. Because a while back I was trying to learn how to actually make VTuber models. So I've been doing that in my off time as well. It's just a fun thing to do. Yeah, I'm gonna take this thing off. It doesn't do anything. I should have swapped to my melee weapon. Rip me, I guess. Anyway, where can I go with you? We can finish you off because for some reason the light was not strong enough and I'm gonna have you go that way. Oh, you don't have Lathander out, that's why. I was wondering what happened.
I'm ready. Heading there.
Let's see, do you have any illumination spells? As far as I can tell, no. But just do this. Yeah, I didn't think it would do anything.
No holding back.
Go ahead and finish you off. And there is a dog down there still that is somewhere. If it ever wants to show back up. Alright, get Lathander out and get to work.
It's as if.
What are you doing? Just walk.
Make way.
Don't attack. Just walk. Okay, so I want you to go ahead and now run, I suppose. Because you need to light up this guy right here. And light him up again by actually smacking him. We'll go ahead and waste the action surge to get the extra action to attack. Just so that we have that on the ready. And you go ahead and finish this thing off. I know I'm kind of cheesing this encounter, but this is just the game mode.
Jimmy on the go.
We're at least fighting them like where they have a chance to fight back. Let's see. You can jump down here, right? Can you jump anywhere? No? You're gonna take damage no matter what, huh? I guess I don't have slow falling, but we do have the ability to teleport. So why don't we teleport down here? And just start smacking this guy. Yeah, do the polearm thing. I don't know why the polearm thing does that, though. Like, yeah, he has a spear too, so for some reason he does the polearm exchange and I do the polearm exchange. So it's... I don't know why it asks me that. It feels like a lot of times I'm just misinterpreting what I'm looking at. These things happen. That should draw the dog out now that there's a fresh body. See, this makes sense because we're, like, going into their range to attack. And apparently one really fun mechanic that you can use is have the polearm attack, where you, like, get an attack of opportunity whenever someone walks into your space, and then have it to where you have Sentinel on. So what ends up happening is you outreach them with your polearm thing, smack them with your Sentinel, because that's just combined with the attacks of opportunity thing, and it prevents the enemy from ever getting close to you, because all you have to do is, like, backpedal over and over again. So what you end up wanting to do is, like, have, like, 4 units or whatever with that, and they just all keep on, like, staggering things. And Sentinel doesn't trigger all the time. It would trigger with multiple instances of enemies coming towards you, so it would be that at least. Stop walking in the fire. Jeez. What are you doing? Get out of the fire. Weird character. Alright, so I don't think there's anything else of value up here. Shadowheart, go ahead and teleport back up top. Now, this camera, I swear, this camera is so bad. Come on, let me get up here. I wish it was like Celastis' camera, where you could zoom in and out easily.
Soldier.
Instead of it doing weird stuff.
All right.
Right, so read the book of poetry. There's a book. Cool. Read the skeleton. Skeletons. Yeah. Where's that hand placed? They got some wine and some cushions up here. They were really waiting for the end of the world up here, weren't they? Now we can go ahead. Oh, wow. Quick save. Oh, so laggy. So laggy. Why are you laggy? Stop lagging. Jeez, that was weird. So is there anything over here? Potion of Invis.
For me?
That's not too bad, I suppose. And a lot of balls. Lots and lots of balls. I think we can jump down from here. So we won't have to take the elevator ride again. And this takes us back where we were previously. We go this route. So let's go ahead and jump. Are you serious? Okay, fine. We're teleporting. If Karlach's taking damage, that means everyone's going to take a lot of damage from that, and they're not going to jump. If they take damage, they just won't jump for the thing. For some reason, the game's like, yeah, no, I'll walk through AoE fireballs, but come to jump down to like a little thing where I'll take 1 point of damage, or potentially no points of damage, depending on my armor, looking at you, Lysel. And no, I'm just not going to do it. I'm just going to stand here, and then I'm going to run off some random direction and just mess up stuff. So yeah, let's just teleport. Now these guys, I would like to lure them out because they are hostile towards me. These guys, I believe, are also hostile towards me. I'm not going to get close enough to find out. This is that band that I sent off that I was talking about. I attacked them previously, and it showed up on them as temporary hostile. So it's possible that they aren't actually hostile towards me just yet. Which is weird, I know. Considering I think they have red markers over their heads, so how can they be temporary hostile undead things? I don't get it. But whatever, these things happen.
I feel like a rothe in a tea shop.
Alright, we're gonna have you attack
The
you.
hammer's gonna fall.
You guys be careful not to get seen. I want the surprise round. Alright. And you go ahead and... you can't teleport because of the lightness. Yeah.
Heading there.
The worst thing about her ability. Still? We still can't teleport? Okay, fine. I'll just walk over here, I suppose. And can we ready in action? I don't remember if there's an actual ready action option. Maybe not in this game. I thought there was, though. Weird. Yeah, I guess there's no ready action in this. I must be thinking of Celasta again. Oh well, let's just go ahead and take a pot shot at you. The guy that's like right in front of me. And then swap back to melee.
Let's cook with fire, baby.
And you, I want you to go and hit it.
Well, well. Look what we have here.
Don't, oh my goodness, I hate that so much. So if you didn't know, if you select the weapon to change to it and you keep the weapon up without hitting out of it, you'll swing the weapon at air. I always forget about that feature. So, whatever, I didn't really need to do anything else on my turn anyway. I could have dashed, but oh well. Who cares, right?
Finding my way.
I want to keep everyone kind of close together. Let's see, you can do a jump or quick heals to run a little closer. Because I want to keep everyone within range of her effect. So she's going to have to jump right here to get right in the middle of them. That way Lathander's protecting all of them. And just take a shot at you. It's disadvantage, but it's still an attack. And then swap back to Lathander. Alright, so what we can do here... We can just... I don't know, just hit the thing with another spell. A firebolt. Just something. Because I want them to come to us. And unfortunately the initiative is not very useful for that feature. Again. Alright. Now you guys come to ours. And I'm trying to save her rages, if you didn't realize. Because we only have so many rages in the day. And I'd rather keep them for when they're actually useful. Strength drain. Oh no, who cares? So I believe this area is actually where we get attacked by the next part of... Oh, why did I attack? I think this area is connected to where we have to fight, like, Oliver's stuff, or maybe that's over here. I'm trying to remember. I know this statue is important. Will, this is what happens when you accidentally run in. AKA, this is what happens when I accidentally run in. So let's go ahead and use Cure Wounds on you. Yeah, that's fine. Attacks all that provokes back vitality. There you go, give you a little bit of health. I know it's not the most efficient thing in the world, but it's still something. And I'm thinking about just doing Sanctuary on Will to get him out of the area. That way he has a chance to try and get away from these guys before they do attacks on him. Yeah, so the polearm thing doesn't really make any sense. Maybe it's just warning me that he has polearms or something. And I'm like confirming that I want to go into his distance or something like that.
I smell blood.
What's that smell? It's blood. Alright, we're gonna keep you alive. Can I not walk over this way and attack? Why would I walk through all the enemies to get attacked? Like, that's so stupid. And one more hit. Easy fight. Swap back to our melee weapon, click out of it. Oh, you saved against Lathander's lights. That is some nonsense. Alright, you
2 steps at a time.
Get out of there and start pounding this guy. Make it to where he has to come towards us. And go ahead and click your heals. And, you know, just get all the way out of there. You're fine not being close to them. So unfortunately, you're not blinded. Not the biggest deal in the world, but it is a thing. Let's see, do you have the ability to... Yeah, you can turn undead. I don't think this will help, but we can try it. So yeah, that just outright kills them now. So that's useful. I forgot if you had that upgrade or not, and you did in fact have that upgrade. It's where your turret actually does more. Yeah, I don't know. An enemy has moved it. Does it count of an enemy moving into our reach if we move into their reach? That doesn't make any sense to me. It feels like I'm triggering the enemy's attack of opportunity whenever I do that, like saying, yes, I want my enemy to attack me, but
My turn.
maybe that's a feature that we can use with that so that we can burn their reactions. It doesn't make any sense to exist, but maybe that's why they asked for that. Feels more like a bug than anything else, though, to be quite honest. Take a shot, and miss our shot. You know what they say, you miss every shot that you don't
2
take.
steps at a time.
I don't know why you'd say that, but yeah, you miss every shot you don't take. You also save every arrow that you don't shoot, so. Alright, go ahead and finish you off. And we're gonna save because I don't want to accidentally aggro the other team. Oh no, you're blinded by the light. Alright, take Lathander out again. I don't think it actually has to be out.
Let's make this quick.
Because it was still blinded, even though... Well, it was blinded for a turn. Maybe that's why. Go ahead and finish you off. Or try to, at least. Jeez.
Let's go.
And turn, and go ahead and smack it. Alright, that was easy.
What's that?
So yeah, I believe this is a puzzle to open up a chamber back here for some special loots. I don't remember what the
Hello?
combination was, but you have to like move some dials and all that to a certain location. We're leaving this loot here. I don't care about it. We will check to see if there's anything worthwhile, but... Perception failed. Oh no. Well, anyway.
Soldier?
It's just to notice that there's a plaque here, I think.
That's curious. Should get some rest. I need to keep sharp.
Come on. Come on, perceive it. So yeah, they're hostile. So I don't know why it was being weird about that. Maybe there's some like dialogue or whatever. We're not gonna bother them just yet, in case I do somehow manage to get like a level 12 paladin. before the end of this. Highly, highly unlikely. But in the odd event that I do somehow manage to do that, or I happen to find a way to use Control Undead or whatever via a scroll or some random nonsense, then maybe we'll try and Control Undead on him and take him with us as a little pet for a while. It's kind of weird how many people are thirsty over this jogger. Or not jogger, this Drider. Like, people are super thirsty over that, and they don't even, I guess, understand, like, the lore of the Underdark. And the hierarchy that Drider are actually a part of, where they're like the lowest of the low.
Wraithwyn House of Healing. Presiding Surgeon, Malus Thorm.
Yeah, that Thorm. The Thorm guy or whatever is the main antagonist of this area. Okay, we will be ambushed right here. So we're gonna drop a save. See if we can slip by. Because there's still more loot in the south. Not the south, the north. But it should say the thing is humming or whatever. And then...
Detector is sounding. Vlaakith's warriors are upon us.
Yep, they are upon us. They are right here. See if we can see them teleport in. It gives you a little bit of a warning before they show up. Maybe not. Maybe we have to get closer before they do it. Whatever, not that big of a deal. Let's get over here and loot the bodies that we were not able to loot properly before. Nothing of value. Nothing of value. Yeah, I didn't think so. And there is a little crypt down here that we're going to go into. A morgue. Filled with traps.
What do we have here?
So this fight over here is not the hardest thing in the world, but they do have a warlock with them, so it makes cheesing difficult if you were like a cheesy McCheesington. Makes it to where the warlock can actually see you in darkness and all that stuff, so you won't be able to cheese the entire fight. And they do hit hard. They hit really hard. Okay. Black Tentacle, that's actually pretty useful. Not the most useful thing, but it's still a spell that you can use, like, on the fly if you don't have anything else. So right now I'm using the wounds closure thing.
I'm ready.
Let's see,
Whatever
do you have
it takes.
anything? You have a cantrip of guidance,
Let's go.
which is kind of worthless, to be
What's
quite
next?
honest. I'd say this would be better on you. He does the voice of the circle, so...
What am I to do?
You know what? Tell you what. Let's swap that around. The voice of the circle,
The pride of the gate.
I don't think is too useful. Like, every now and then it pops up. I would prefer it on you, though. Because she can give us guidance, so... having you have the ability to do the voice thing would also be
Don't burn
nice, I
yourself.
suppose. Since we're more likely to have you than we are to have Will. Will is just here as, like, a powerhouse to help us clean up.
Toes.
And you do Deception +1. That is a thing. Let's see, disengage. Yeah, so I still have that on me. Easiest way to find out is just do it. Alright, so let's come in here, see what's on the other side of this door.
What is it?
It's probably a lot of death, to be quite honest. Yeah, it's a lot of death. I think there were enemies all up in here. So we're gonna...
You can't see me.
Yeah, there's enemies in there. They're like right up in
Widows?
there, waiting for us. So everyone come over here. And do this to sneak.
I'm ready.
And toggle group mode. Interesting. You have the ability to turn invisible, but you can't use it, unfortunately, because I guess it's just slightly too bright in here. Can we do this?
Let's make this quick.
Can we do anything in here to draw them out? Because I don't want to walk in there and immediately get surrounded. That's going to be what happens. So,
This way.
let's do an AoE thing in there, I suppose.
My patience wanes.
Toggle stealth mode. No one has to be in stealth right now,
On a
actually.
dance.
Watching and waiting.
Action, not reaction.
Alright. You have another flame sphere. Go ahead and summon that thing right in the middle of that. Now we will control that, toggle group, and have you come in here. There we go. That works. Because I just did not want to be in there with all these things. Make the flame jump. Because that makes a lot of sense. And
Wanna
you...
dance?
Everyone get up
Let's
here in
go.
position.
Where am I needed? And I'm off.
I wonder what the next move is.
I want to fight them over here, not in the deadly room of deadliness. So, end turn. I don't think there's another fight after this in this area. Pretty sure it just opens up downstairs. Go ahead and take a pot shot at you, I suppose. Yeah, and of course miss. Swap back to Lathander and come over here.
Taking position.
And just end turn.
What's the plan?
I would like you to hold up. But before you do that, do a minor illusion right here. Wow, they're somehow smart enough to see that's an illusion. That's crazy. I kind of figured that would be an auto-fail on their part. Oh well. Say, we can do this. This is a short rest thing. How long does it last? Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and do this. Singing sword.
Battle
Turn.
favors the fearless.
And you would like to set up a firewall. Just right here. And just wait. Now they all have to come towards us. This is just a momentary distraction to clump them up. Nice. Come on. I know you can do it. Just Zadash all the way over here. Let's see, can we do a fire shot? Yeah, we can do a fire shot. It's not that good, but it's still something.
Put him up.
You just hold tight. Oh yeah, we can do entangle. But that's not going to be very useful until they're like clumped up in the fire or something. So let's just end turn.
No holding back.
Can you do... Yeah, you can do this. Path is obstructed. Just take some damage on him. Just hold tight. Ah, yeah. I figured that they'd be able to slip in like that. Yeah, that firewall is pretty much worthless then. Yeah, go ahead and take the attack. Alright, and just start swinging. We have Lathander, we might as well use him, right?
Watch this.
Go ahead and take a swing at you. Somehow miss with advantage. And Undead Fortitude saving you. And turn.
Blade will not bend.
Alright. So, how about a fireball? We'll have to do a short rest after this, unfortunately. Maybe even a long rest. Are you in range of it? It doesn't look like you are. Like, there we go. There we go. Who needs doors, right?
Victory awaits.
And you can come in here and just start swinging. You have Undead Fortitude up, so just go ahead and smack you. Get right here. And we will just hold tight.
Strike hard, strike fast.
Yeah, cool. We miss. And turn.
This.
And I just want to see if I can throw you. Path is too far, path is obstructed. Alright, so go ahead and just see if I can shove you. Because that will get rid of your Undead Fortitude by just doing that. Take care of you. And this should, like, hit, probably. Not take care of you, but it'll still do something. And move out of the way.
No holding back.
As for you, you know what to do. Just start blasting.
Swift and lethal.
And turn. And just start smacking this guy now. Go ahead and waste another key point. I should be doing this instead of that, because these are free actions while that consumes key points.
It's go time.
And see if we can shove you into the thing again. Not that it matters. Oh wow, you somehow survived. Thought it showed 0. Alright. Let's go ahead and get out of this. Why did you walk into the wall of fire? Alright, end the wall of fire, please. Our units are just the smartest in the world. Go ahead and take a short rest.
And alert.
I don't think they have any good loot on them, unfortunately. Toggle group mode. None of you, as far as I know, are resistant to poison.
Keep going.
Or immune, rather. Do we have stuff on us that we can use to block stuff? I don't think we do. We're gonna have to borrow some things from up here. Like this tool sack or whatever. To cover up the actual poison vent. Poison damage isn't the end of the world. Especially if you have a monk who can, like, resist most of it. But I don't think she's at that level just yet. I think that's, like, 2 levels from now is when they just outright gain immunity to poison. So, let's just try and get this in there. The vent is right here. If we can... Wow, really? Alright, get in. Come on. So, does that stop one side? Yeah, that stops one side of it. Now we can come in here and... Where is the other vent? Should be another vent. Yeah, right here.
On that door. Looks like it's been in use more recently.
Oh, that's not a vent. Here's the vent. Yeah, you take poison damage. Not the biggest deal in the world. I just don't want everyone to take poison damage for no reason. Where is the other vent? So there's one right here. What else? What else? Oh, there's a vent right next to us. Cool. And we have nothing to put on it. So that's even better. Tell you what, let's put this back on there. Did we get it? Yeah, we got it. And then we took it immediately off. Poison damage isn't the biggest deal in the world here, like I said, because I don't think it actually does damage. Just does disadvantage on things, so it was more difficult, like, if we were actually in an encounter. It's not real damage. So, that was my mistake. And I guess there's one up here, too? For some reason. I don't know why, but okay. Yeah, there's no vent up here, so I don't know why it's like that. It's not like it's venting. Alright, so go ahead and toggle group mode. Get everyone back over here. There's a door right here that leads to a special chamber, I believe, with just an item. Come on. Really? Where's everyone else? Will, why are you over there? Come here.
Making me sweat.
Will, why are you not walking?
Where am I needed?
I need you to get over here. Why are you not walking?
Oh, I could go for a good meal. All right.
I think they're confused by all the poison. They don't know what to do because of the poison clouds. But I kind of need everyone to get in here. Alright, toggle group mode.
Lying low.
Will,
Sharp as ever.
Will, get your ass in there.
2 steps at a time.
See, this is what I mean. Like, the AI is so confusing sometimes when it comes to the actual pathing.
Well, well, well.
Alright, what's on you? Hey, look, a key. Necrotic laboratory spare key. Oh, that's useful. I know exactly where that goes. Alright. Arcane charges when they are hit by melee attacks. That's worthless, to be quite honest. It doesn't even give you any extra AC, so it's kind of like, why would you let yourself get hit? I know mage armor and all that exists for a reason, but still. I guess we'll take this with us. Read the research notes. Nothing of value there. I think that's actually important for the code that's outside, though. But I'll be honest with you, whenever it comes to that code, I'm just going to look up the answer. I don't have time to play puzzles and all that stuff. I've done it before, I just don't need to do it every time I do it. I'm talking about the mausoleum code, because there's like a special combination that you need to input. Okay, so the necrotic laboratory.
That's curious.
Go ahead and take this with us. Go ahead and take this with us. I will not flip the lever just yet. I feel like I'm missing something here as well. But it's not that big of a deal. Yeah, take the greater potion.
A trap.
Where?
Time to dance.
Alright, so
Can't
you
afford to stay idle.
go ahead and disarm the trap. So yeah, go and disarm. And hope for the best. Add that to it. Wow. You barely got it. That's ridiculous how difficult it is sometimes.
Let's get this thing open.
I think I can just bash the locks open on chests as well. I just don't like taking the chances. Wow, way to lowball me. So like in Divinity or whatever, if you bash chests open, you end up with like smashed items and such. There we go, that's the ring I was looking for. They cannot be blinded. I thought that was in Act 3, it's here actually, so that's really useful. I cannot stress enough how useful that is.
Will guide me.
If you're cheesing. So for Will, it doesn't matter too much with Will.
What's cooking?
Karlach, do you have a spare ring? Yeah, you're not disguising yourself anymore. We're gonna send that to her.
Damn, it's good to be
And she
alive.
can send you this so you can't be blinded anymore.
What's the story?
That way you can use your disengage action and blind people around you and get advantage on them. So that you can do other things. So whenever we get the next level up and we can go into rogue or whatever, that's something that we can start doing. So that's gonna be fun.
I'd love to, thanks.
So yeah, just disengage. No longer blinded. Isn't that nice?
Hey,
And it also works
No time to dally.
with the darkness.
don't be shy.
So yeah, that's really cool. I don't know why I thought that was in Act 3.
Two.
I guess because in Act 3 is when I discovered that I had the item. So I was like, oh wow, this item is actually really useful. Alright, so let's go ahead and hit the lever, see what happens. As far as I know, pretty much nothing. Might just... yeah, I don't know what it does, to be honest. Does it unlock this door?
On it.
I mean, this door is locked now. I hear Zomberts somewhere. Another lever. Is there a Zombert in here? Oh, right. This is the spot where... oh, I hate this area. I genuinely hate this area. So down there, it's just death. Just pure death. I forgot all about this section. Okay, so let's try and play this safe, because honestly, this section is death. Not even joking, this section can be really bad if you're not playing it right. So let's get Shadow Hearts in here,
No time to dally.
and we're gonna try and get you to initiate combat with something. Is there anyone down there? Can we see anyone? No, and unfortunately you're lit up somehow. How are you lit up? I have no idea. We're in a cave. Can you jump across? No, you cannot. Oh boy. Fine, fine, go back. And we'll have Karlach do
What's
this.
cooking?
Karlach should be able to jump across. So there are oozes down here, and there are also like greater undead things, like avatars of undead or whatever. And what ends up happening, the oozes or something pull you down there, and as soon as that happens, it's just basically death. Just death everywhere. You can't jump across, but you can Misty Step across, right? You can Misty Step right here. Go ahead and don't lockpick it. Just pick up the chest. Pick it up. And we will send that to Shadowheart. Can you jump across now? Why can you not jump? You have strength, right? I guess there's a limit. Well then, what do we do here? We have scrolls on us, right? We can use one of these scrolls to Misty Step again. I kind of don't want to. I feel like this goes underneath the tower too, if I keep going this direction. Don't really remember, but... yeah, I think this way actually goes underneath the tower. So we might actually hold off on doing this until we can access the tower, because right now we actually don't even have it accessed. We'll still do the fight down here, just not in the way that's intended. So let's go ahead, and it'd be really nice if this was dark enough to where we could just teleport down there. Let's go ahead and cast a stink cloud. I don't know, like right down here, try and get aggro. Nothing. Really. Absolutely nothing. That is unfortunate. I figured that would at least force aggro. Well, you know what else? We have some arrows, I guess. We have some pushing arrows. Did nothing. Why are they not just coming out? Okay, we're not going to waste any more time here. Forget this. Let's go ahead and get back across. See, what's supposed to happen is they're supposed to get aggro as soon as we walk up here. They're supposed to show up and then pull you into the pits and start the encounter. But I guess because we didn't do it right, they just aren't doing that. So now we have to find a way to get across again. Cast Misty Step again. If I walk here, are you going to do it? No. Okay. Whatever. Let's just leave. Not worth my time.
Like a vandal.
If you insist.
Like I said, I think that goes to the tower. So if we're not... oh, that's what was making that noise before. If we're not ready for the tower, then there's no reason for us to go and do that. Will... oh my goodness, these people, I tell you what. Did everyone come out, or do I have to chauffeur someone? Yeah, everyone came out. Alright, so let's see. Go north a little ways and clear out the rest of this area up north. There's not much left in the northern area. We want to be careful how far north we go, like I said before, because we don't want Raphael to start his quest, because we don't have Asterion, and we need Asterion for that, and we need a rest for Asterion's thing. So there's that. We'll probably rest after we finish this area off so that we can do that. We won't be going into it, though, still. It'll just be an option that we can do later on. Because I'm not going to do that until we, let's see, anything up here? Until we have access to the tower. Because there's some stuff in the tower that we have to do before we actually do that. Oh, there's a painted chest. That's a unique chest. Okay. Whenever they deal damage. Interesting. That's kind of useful for some characters. Not for me, though. I don't do any poison damage.
Vultures encircled, preparing their right.
Yeah, that's Raphael singing his little poem. He'll just keep doing it so long as you don't bother him. So I'm just not gonna bother him. What was in here? Was there anything of value in here? Oh boy. Armor of Agathis? That's a thing, I suppose. Nothing of value here, though. Let's see, there should be... Oh, we can't get there until we go to Raphael's location. There's an ambush over here that we can do at some point. Corpse rose. Oh.
Ooh.
It's a item. Forgot about that. Alright, was there anything else in the north besides Raphael? I don't think so. I think we're safe to head to the south now.
All this stonework has me thinking. Would you ever want a statue of yourself, Will?
Oh boy.
It seems a rather vain notion to me, but I can't say I haven't thought about it. How about you?
Not gonna respond. Okay.
I suppose it might be nice to be remembered, though I'd be less keen on having birds perching on my head forevermore.
Think of the, mess they'd make. Well, better your statue's head than your own.
Alright, that's actually gonna be kind of important for later. Go ahead and get this infernal iron, and in fact, since we have this, we can go ahead and teleport back here. So yeah, you can actually get a statue in the game for 5,000 gold. It's kind of annoying to get though, because for a while it was bugged, where it wouldn't actually render the armor properly, and sometimes it would actually show the characters not as stone, but as like their actual characters. I think I found materials you can work with. And it doesn't do anything for the story,
perfect.
it's just cosmetic.
Really? Just a moment, I'll be able to work this one quickly.
A lot of people use it to get like a naked Asterion, because it will actually show all the armor you have, including your helmets, even if you don't have the helmets, like being visible.
There you are. And be careful who you show that to. It might draw the wrong kind of attention.
Cool. So go ahead and send this worthless thing back to camp. We will eventually get better versions of this, and at the same time, I'm not going to be able to use it, so whatever. And what else did you have to say?
Need anything?
Oh, I think I found materials you can work with. I found this metal in a place called Grim Forge. Didn't I already give you all those?
Well, well, well.
Oh, okay.
Need anything?
Apparently I had extra. Did not realize I had extra. That might be the full set, actually. I don't know if it is, but I'm pretty sure that might be the full set. Now, the gloves actually can be used, I believe. I don't think they count as heavy armor. So, like the other stuff, I couldn't use my rage and all that stuff because the stuff I was wearing was considered heavy armor. But gloves, different story. Whenever you attack with a weapon, deals additional fire damage. Your unarmed strikes deal extra necrotic damage. And also inflict bleeding, so that's actually pretty good for her, if it doesn't count as armor. If it counts as armor, different story entirely. Okay, nothing of value. We can just sell this junk to get it out of my inventory. I'm gonna hold on to these. And the bell, definitely hold on to that. I was like, oh, sell this bell. No. Go ahead and barter.
I'll be here if you need anything.
Cool, thanks. So let's go ahead and try sending that to you. What do your gloves give? Extra AC while not using a shield. Your AC is 20, so that's decent. If it takes a massive hit. So yeah, this does not count as armor. So that's pretty useful, actually. Your AC being lower is a little bit annoying, but it's not the biggest deal in the world, honestly. Go ahead and stash this chest here. And unlock it. Hopefully they don't consider this as theft.
Let's see what my touch can do.
Yeah, that definitely got it. Oh boy. So whenever they deal melee damage, the creature also takes acid damage. So that's really useful as a cape, because we don't really have many capes right now. Like, we have this one cape of protection, but whatever. Interesting. So who gets a cape? We're gonna have to definitely keep that on you. It says melee damage, so we won't be able to use it on Will. But we can use it on you. Your AC is gonna drop again. But that just makes you do way more damage. Like, you are doing an insane amount of damage now. Especially with the types of damage that you're doing.
Eager for battle.
Put that on, get you 22 AC, which is
The pride of
really
the gate.
respectable. Alright, so we can actually give you these, I
Pride
believe.
of the gate.
You have a shield on, though. Yeah, so you can't actually use those. I always forget that you can't use a shield with that. Alright. Let's see, what else can we do before we wrap up the episode? Because what time is it? It is an hour. So, or it's getting close to an hour. So we can head south from here. What I want to do is, I want to try this. It's been a while since I've done this, but I'm going to try leaving all my gold on the ground here and going over to talk to that one person. So, oh, we still have this gilded chest? Oh, no wonder we're heavy. Yeah, so let's put all our gold in there. Totally forgot that I even had this. Yeah, stash this right here. Do we have any more gold on us?
Ready.
Yeah, go ahead and stash the gold on top of the chest. No, inside of the chest. Don't pick it up, just open it. Anyone else have gold?
Blackets will be done.
So yeah, this is the money chest that I always forget to sell stuff from.
A hero at heart.
Yeah, that's all our gold.
Hey, good looking.
Alright,
Phew.
and we just leave that here for now. We'll come back for it in a little bit. I could send it to camp, but I don't want to. Thing about this game is gold weighs like weight, so carrying a lot of
Hauliers
it's
and
annoying.
merchants wanted. Sail the silvery seas, gaze upon the gate. No experience required.
Alright,
I
so
want it back! Want it back now!
let's see if you have anything to say to us. Sometimes I just like bring the explosive barrels, surround the thing, and then just blow it up. If this doesn't work, then oh well.
What do you bring?
So this is another Thorm. I'm afraid I'm more of a taker than a bringer. What do you require?
I require gold!
Well, I have no more gold.
If you cannot pay,
Yeah, so you immediately attack. That's annoying. Yeah, don't react. Fun. I forget the actual thing, but there's a way to make this thing, like, disintegrate itself. So we're gonna hold off on doing that until we can look that up, because it's been a minute since I've actually done that. I feel like you have to get rid of its gold or something like that. I don't remember quite what you're supposed to do with that. I'm sure someone will mention it to me, but by that point I would have already looked it up. So there is that. Something that we can do later. I am going to pick up my chest, though. There's no sense in leaving my chest behind, so pick that up. And send this to camp. So, go ahead and send to camp. We'll deal with the
What's
repercussions of that later.
Got it.
And we will take the bridge across. They didn't turn hostile towards us, so that was nice, I guess. There's also this lower path that we could take. That's usually what I take. But
There
Rowan's...
might be something useful in there. Seized goods and the like.
Yeah, we'll get there eventually. Rowan is sometimes down that way. I think it'll be a minute till that happens. I think we need to rescue the people.
I want it back! Want it back now!
So yeah, we can just cross this without any issues right now. There's another waypoint right here.
Moonrise Towers at last.
We're close. I can feel it. The Absolute. Its power is strong
Whatever you say,
here.
weird thing in my head. Okay, who are you? Are you these guys? Are you... Yeah, you're part of that group. So, can we go around them? I don't want to actually trigger their fight until I can figure out what I want to do with them. There's this deception thing in here that we can try and do.
Must be a distillery.
And hope for the best.
I could use a drink after wandering these roads.
Hey, you don't actually have to do a deception thing here. You can just do the drink contest legit. This is another Thorm, the brother or whatever. There's a lot of Thorms here. It's almost like this was their city. Town.
Drink! Go back down, wet your whistle. Tell your story.
This thing is like something from, what is that, Warhammer or whatever.
Only the best. Oblivion and beyond. Go on. Cheers. Bottoms up.
The curse has wrecked this man. This is no...
Leaning in, you can see how the creature's skin barely holds it together. The bulge of its belly is on the cusp.
Near to bursting.
Go on. Drink.
See ya.
Make it drunk. Be drunk.
Saving throw or sleight of hand.
You and I both. To our good health.
Okay, this gives us advantage, so we can go for this. And potion of heroism. Yeah, so do this and this. And hope for the best. Oh wow, it's 20. I normally do the sleight of hand thing and dump it out. But I normally play like a stealthier character, so.
The liquid burns your throat as you swallow, but otherwise you feel no ill effects.
Elixir. But such a small sip you take. Fear not. You will soon quaff as I do.
I might. So you got a story to tell, huh? Such a weird character.
Now tell me the story. A fable, a saga. Delight me.
Okay, so we can do performance on all of these. Explored a lost fortress near in the dark. Uh-huh. Interesting. Yeah, we'll go for this one, I suppose. And hope for the best. Go ahead and do this for the advantage on performance checks. Oh boy, really? Come on, game. That's like a 1 in 400 chance to do that. Well, that's why we have inspiration, so we can do that again. Another 1 in 400. How? So the game is obviously weird whenever it comes to the actual scripts, because I don't think I have chromatic dice on unless it turned itself back on.
Treasures in the dark, like the dusty anniversary bottle, forgotten in the widow's cellar. Delightful. Delicious. You ask, you drink, then you amaze, infuse, astound me again.
All right. Yeah, so do it again. I think we could have asked him a question, but I forgot. My bad.
Your belly rumbles as the vile brew fills it, yet your mind remains miraculously steady.
More stories.
I think we have to do this check one more
Tell
time.
me of foes found, villains vanquished, beasts bastard.
Okay. An owlbear mother. We didn't actually do that. Huh? Let's see. Oh yeah, there is this one with Quorum. Or Gorum, I mean. Oh boy, this one is probably gonna piss off someone. I best an Inquisitor, a dreaded champion of Lich King Blacketh. Yeah, give me guidance on telling him how I beat up your person. Again, you're gonna lowball me in this. This is nonsense. Yeah. It always lowballs me. I don't know why. Advantage does not matter.
I'll drink to that. We drink to everything, but especially to that. Bravo! Ask, question, make your query, and drink once more.
Alright, so now he's letting us ask him a question without having issues. Who placed the curse on this land? How did he become what you are now? Who puts the curse on the land?
Father Ketherick created, Father Ketherick sustains. Bring it in, toss it down, love it up.
Alright. And we'll go ahead and take another drink, I suppose. Because I don't really have to ask that many questions. I already know what's going on. And hope for the best again. I'm glad I'm a barbarian. I get advantage on these, so that's really helping out a lot. I'm curious what debuff I'm gonna have after this. Because I'm sure if you're doing this legit, you'd actually have...
Swig is as painful as the last.
You'd have disadvantage or whatever.
Remain in otherwise sound mind and body.
I know you. I know. I am knowing.
And I think that's the last drink.
You want Father's personal, mysterious secret. Secret? No. Not never. Father said, ordered, commanded. Don't say it. Don't say it. Cage. Cage. Talk and perish. Die. Buried. Buried in Thorm Tomb. Father told me. I can't perish. No. Nay. Neither. Too strong. Too.
Nice. So do we have any debuffs from that? No. No debuffs. So that's cool. And we leveled up. So this is where we have to come to get the book that we were looking for the crow dude a while back. Thanks for that. That. You know what, we'll just take all. Anything to say to me?
Do mess our pardon. Our master distiller spills quite the caused. Now settle your mind, chum, and get your shine on. Be will it what?
I don't have the shining, thanks. What do you got?
Moon, mountain dark, coming right up. Chum yourself up and whisk.
I think your witty remarks were too much for him. He's a
Do not click.
Terrible. I'll clean up right mess that.
Alright, so let's see the book. Just telling about how things were happening. Take that. That's important for a quest. The rat bat. Interesting. I don't think this is very useful, but it is something. So attack rolls against beasts have advantage. So kind of worthless now. There aren't too many beasts in the game later on. It's pretty much all humans and a few monsters. I think the only beasts we'll encounter are some, like, bats and some weird monstrosities in a cave and some rats. And that's it. Okay, is there anything else up here? I don't think there is. I might be wrong. Yeah, there's a chest right here. I might be wrong, but I don't think there's anything else of too much worth up here. The ban list. Oh, we can look at that while we're here. Worthless. Hey, it's crafting ingredients, but I don't really do crafting. I have a whole character just for crafting, and I don't even really use them. Forgot all about him until, like, super late. So let's see, anyone of value in here? Sometimes there's, like, Easter eggs, but... Interesting. This one's probably a reference. Yeah, those are probably references to, like, backers or actual characters in Dungeons & Dragons lore. Like, half tempted to say one of them might be a reference to Drizzt. But, as far as I know, Drizzt doesn't really show up in this. Like, people were freaking out. They're like, oh, Drizzt, because they were thinking that he would show up, but he might be in here somewhere. I don't remember if I encountered him or not. That's how much of a non-factor he was. He was a factor in the other games, in the other Baldur's Gate games. But Drizzt, while his character seems to be like an IP character, is actually just an OC by an author. So if he didn't want his character to be in the game, then it's his right to say, no, you can't have my character in your game, my extremely overpowered Dark Elf in your game. Because I want to mention that Drizzt, like, people complain about timelines and all that. Drizzt in the main story timelines from, like, Baldur's Gate 1 and 2 and all that stuff, he's only, like, 60 or so. He's actually really young for an elf, when you consider... I've never understood the elf aging thing, because some DMs, they don't do it right, some DMs do it fine. Like, I say they don't do it right in a weird way, so they do it how they think it is, but to me... Elves, they don't age the way that they don't mature the same way. Like, elves, they mature at the same rate as humans. They grow at the same rate as humans, but in elf society where they live longer, they're pretty much just lazy. So if an elf isn't in elf society, then they should actually just act like a human that has a really extended lifespan. But whenever they're surrounded by a bunch of other long-lived races, they kind of look down on each other for not having the same amount of experience, so as a result, they just assume, like, they are all kids or whatever. And some DMs, they go as far as to say that elves actually grow up, like, at a longer rate, so it takes, like, 100 years or whatever for them to stop being a toddler or whatever, mentally, and also physically. It's like, I don't know if that's right, but whatever. It's sort of based on Tolkien's original elf design, if I recall correctly. But you gotta be careful with the Tolkien stuff, because original Dungeons & Dragons, they took a lot of ideas from Tolkien, and Tolkien sued him. He outright sued him, like the Hobbits or whatever. I believe that was the Halflings. They had to change the name of the race to Halfling because of that. What else? Do you have Sentinel? We're gonna just go ahead and pick up Sentinel because you have the Polar Mastery. So yeah, they had to change the name of Halflings to... or sorry, they had to change it to Halfling. And also the Ents or whatever, they used to have like Ents, and then they had to change the name to Trents or whatever, because they didn't want to be sued for that as well. There's a few other examples of that. Alright. Go ahead and get a new spell. Counterspell is always fun, but it's kind of wasted on a warlock, to be honest. Banishment is really useful. In fact, I'm thinking about taking Banishment. Yeah, we're gonna take Banishment. And Elemental Adept, I don't think that matters. We're doing force damage. Can I just get extra points? I want to boost your charisma up. I don't think there's much else I can do with you. Feats are always nice, but none of the feats are kind of worthless. Okay, so let's see. If we go this way, we're going to trigger the ambush, because they're right there. And there's nothing else of value that way. So let's go south. Let's go out the front door, because I believe there is more stuff this way. There should be like a house or whatever down this way, and then we'll wrap up the episode there. Just to see if there is something there. So yeah, sorry to lore dump, but just kind of, you know, thought about it, and I was like, oh yeah, this stuff. And I might be mistaken. I used to have a bunch of first edition books that I would read through when I was a kid, because I got them at like a yard sale or whatever. Like 3 or 4 books, and then I just stopped reading them, gave them to a friend or whatever who was starting out as a D&D, or a DM, and I just never got them back, and it's like, that's fine. So like first edition stuff was really unique compared to the modern stuff. It was a lot more punishing. A lot more risque too. Like the actual book had a bunch of nudity and all that stuff in it. Is there nothing else here? I thought that there was a house somewhere. Interesting. So all that's left pretty much is the tower. The tower and obviously that encounter there and the encounter on the bridge. But I don't want to get too close to these guys because I don't know what they're going to do. I'll find out by next episode, and we'll probably start the episode off by fighting these guys and then going into the bridge area. But before we do that, we are going to take a long rest, because I want to also continue the story. And we can't really continue the story until we get Asterion telling us what's going on. So let's take a long rest. And see what happens. Anyone have anything to say to me? No, does not look like it. Interesting. You and your little cult over there. It's weird how one body's still here and then the other one's just disappeared. Alright, go to bed. Auto-select. Are you serious? Come on. I don't have time for this, Will. I was trying to get Asterion's thing. Oh, boy. So this is actually his romance thing, and it's kind of funny. If you say I'm not interested, he looks upset and then walks away.
Didn't see you standing there. Lost in the steps, truth be told. I need them to be just right. I wouldn't want to fail my new partner.
Okay, who might that be?
As luck would have it, she just arrived. May I have this dance?
Smile and bow, I suppose. Sure. So I haven't actually done this before because I had no desire to romance Will, because I always saw it as like more fitting for Karlach and him than anyone else. But this is awkward as hell, to be quite honest. Like, look at this. He's like a peacock. Of course, that's my own, like, personal opinion. I don't really like dancing. I always find it to be really cringe in real life. Okay, so we can go strength, acrobatics. What is our acrobatics at? 5? So we actually would probably be best doing an acrobatics. Thanks to my gloves of dexterity that I just whip out. What, I don't get any music? He gets music.
Bravo! Bravo!
Take a bow.
Now, perhaps we might try a more intimate style.
If I have to censor this, I'm gonna be so annoyed. I swear. Do not make me censor this. Okay, sure. Yeah, go ahead and do this. Just force it. We're wearing his shirt after all. He doesn't get to wear the pants in this relationship.
So much shadow around us. To think I almost missed the light. Well, it's getting late. We can't face the morrow if we don't bid farewell to the now.
Okay, we'll just do this. The other one might be a little bit too cringe. Now, hopefully, all the other characters won't keep on pressing me for romance stuff. Alright, hurry it up.
I've drunk wines from Daggerford to Cormyr, but I've never known a taste as rich as yours. Gods damn it! You almost make me forget myself. But I still keep faith in the old tales of love. The once upon a times and the happily ever afters. I'd like to do this the proper way. The way of the old romances sung by the bards. Till next time, good night, and dream sweetly.
Okay, so if you reject him, he actually has that same walk, but on his face is like ashamed or whatever. It's kind of funny. We did not get the reaction from Asterion, unfortunately, so we're gonna have to try and bait that next time. We'll talk to him now, see if there's anything going on.
So, the untouchable Karlach is untouchable no more. I'd shake your hand, but you can still snap me in two, so, perhaps not.
Okay. Anything to say?
I know well the pain of seeing your life's hourglass running empty. Grasping at any means of slowing the grains as they slip inexorably through your fingers. Your fate may be ordained, but your actions are not. Make each breath count, and what time you have with us will never be wasted.
He looks like a cultist, to be quite honest, or a shaman. I know that's my outfit, but still.
That was a decidedly mixed blessing you received. My sympathies. But at least you can seek comfort now.
Alright, so what do you make of Thorm?
Difficult to say. A fellow servant of the Night Singer would surely be an ally to me under most circumstances. But something doesn't add up. I'll need to see where his allegiances truly lie.
So the thing with, like, romancing Shadowhearts, you actually get segs at this point. So, like, she would have you teach her how to swim and all that, and you'd just do it in the nude. So, I don't know if we're going to have something like that from Will later on, or if that's going to be like an Act 3 thing. So, hopefully it's not too annoying when it pops up, because I will have to, just saying right now, I will probably have to censor it because of YouTube. If it was on, like, Twitch, different story entirely. YouTube, I think they have rules against showing stuff like that to a degree. Like, if it's tasteful, it's fine, but if it's over the top, then you just have to cut it. I have censorship on in this game for that reason, but you just never know. Okay, want to talk about what happened to us? No, let's just leave. So just fair warning on that. That's why I was worried about having to censor it now, because of how late in the episode it would be.
By Baldur's helm, I wish we could have danced forever, since we don't have forever. I wager the memory will have to do.
Is that all you have to say? Okay. There'll be more dances to come. Okay.
Indeed. I shiver just thinking about it. That day can't come soon. My favorite subject. Ah. You are the red of the sunrise, the yellow of high noon, and the orange of sundown. If you were a song, I'd never stop singing. If you were a psalm, I'd never stop praying. You make a damn fun dance partner, too.
So he is really going for the bard.
Surely.
Okay. And goodbye. Yeah, she just starts dancing on her own all the time. She likes to dance.
Greetings.
You have nothing to say. Okay, bye. And then there's you, but we're gonna hold off on talking to you. Was there anyone else to talk to? I think we can talk to you. And you'll have stuff to say about that, I think.
Fate, dost thou require a
Apparently
new
you don't.
ally?
Sometimes he'll like comment on you if you actually have like a romance going on, and he'll trash talk your allies or whatever for not having a romance. He's like, oh wow, you really ended up with no one. Aren't you sad? Stop moving around, Scratch. I'm trying to talk to you.
Hope you're keeping well, friend.
Okay, nothing for you, and I don't think anything for you either.
You smell very delicious, but I will not bite. Nice here. The caves smell like Ooh, more.
Okay. Don't think there's anyone else to talk to. So yeah, we're gonna wrap up the episode here. Next time, like I said, I'll see about taking out the Draugr if I have to. Or not. Why do I keep calling him a Draugr? The Drider. I guess because it's so similar and he's undead now. So I guess, yeah, the Draugr. The Spider Draugr. Alright, so next time we'll have to see about if we want to do that, or if we want to save him to see if maybe we can do a control undead on him. I'd have to find a character that I can respect to be a paladin for that. If I did it for anyone, it'd probably be Gale, because I don't use Gale for anything else. Of course, then I'd be stuck with him, wouldn't I? Yeah. What about you? Lizelle.
Oh, action, not reaction.
We can probably use you, actually. Yeah, we can probably use Lizelle, turn her into a paladin instead of a cleric fighter. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I don't think it's worth it. I just was gonna do it to show it off. Because it's not like you get to keep them forever, you know? I think it's just in that zone, and then afterwards, that's it. I think it's a concentration spell even, so I don't know, it's weird. But we'll also take care of the money collector on the bridge, one way or the other. I'm just gonna look that up, and we'll probably also see about looking up the puzzle answer for the mausoleum. That was where the Drider is, in that general area where we were before. I don't remember the answer. You have to like move stuff around until like a door opens, and it's weird with that. And then we'll probably, if we still have time, we'll go to Moonrise Tower and take care of that. So yep, this is Crim signing out. Till next time, I'll see ya with whatever this is. If it's Baldur's Gate or maybe Pathfinder if I decide to get back into that too.